here I am driving to my local range. As you can see, quite a bit of snow. Up where I live pretty close to here, a few kilometers away, and we had a lot of black ice on top of the snow. So it was kind of interesting driving conditions. But this seems to be just snow. It's hard because this is a logging access road, so it's packed gravel, and you can't see. Well, I should say you can only see the major potholes, like right here, that are full of water. And so normally this road you can't go very quickly. And I drive one of the coolest trucks ever, a 95 Ford F350 Power Stroke diesel. With its 1-ton straight axle suspension, it basically rides like a dump truck. And so I will literally hit my head on the ceiling, roof rather, on some of these bumps. So I have to go slow and be cautious. It's an amazing truck in all ways. I have no complaints. I don't even really complain about the ride. It is what it is. But on roads like this, you definitely have to pay attention. And it makes driving to the range that much more exciting. And this is a logging road, like I said, that goes up the mountain. But then we go down this kind of sketchy looking access road. And it's not maintained or plowed or graded very often. So sometimes, like when we do get, because like being Vancouver Island, a lot of people think that we never get snow, and we do get snow, but we're not equipped to deal with it, or our municipalities rather aren't equipped to deal with it. Oh my gosh, like in parts of the country where they get a lot of snow and they deal with it all the time. So I think most municipalities have like more or less pickup trucks with snow blades on the front, and that's their plow vehicles. Some of the major cities, have, of course, but snow plows and trucks and salt trucks and stuff like that. But I live in a town with about 8,000 people, and they do have a plow truck or two, but it takes them a long time to do the whole town. So I'm fortunate enough to live on a street where my neighbor is the foreman at the city. He doesn't like to get stuck either, so he will do our road. Not first, but he will prioritize it, which is nice. You can see basically on the right here, the water has created its own channel in the road, and I think, it's getting to the point where you can see a large pool up here. I don't know if you can or not, but we're getting to the point where somebody should be looking at this road, so I'll let the administrator of the range know that is, because really, to my left, the driver's side, is a very large drop-off that goes, I don't know, maybe 30 or 40 meters, oh my gosh, down to a large creek. At this time of year is quite large. There's actually some rapids down near the range where we shoot. Quite often we get folks parking their vehicles with kayaks and their whitewater gear, and they go. I'm far too cool to do such adventures, so I actually haven't been down there to check it out. But I imagine this time of year, when we're having really the rainiest season imaginable, the water level's quite high. I don't know what the level is rank-wise, but I imagine it's a lot of fun because quite a few people go, and they put up with parking in the parking lot of an active firing range. Although not a busy range, but you get out of your car and somebody's shooting a shotgun or 300 Win Mag 20 meters away. You have to really like what you're doing in order to do that, because that, as most shooters know, that intimidates a lot of people. Shooting in guns, I mean. Especially in some municipalities. I know I've had neighbors, we've all had neighbors that are really not gun friendly at all. And it's mainly because they're scared or they've had a bad experience. And really, you can do nothing but respect them, right? Because we all gotta coexist. I like I like firearms and you don't, and that's okay, but we gotta understand and respect each other, right? And I'm not gonna say too much about that right now because, well, I'm trying not to die on this road. It's definitely a risk. Gosh. I do have 4x4 on right now because I had such a sheer drop off. I don't want to have to get out in this water and lock my hubs. I really didn't know what I was getting into. But normally I take this in two-wheel drive. But today I wasn't sure how this was going to be, like right here, so I didn't want to get a little bit sketchy. It's hard to tell in the camera, but this is quite a steep hill. And you just have to be careful. I don't feel like getting out and locking my hubs. These are manual hubs in these old trucks in a foot of water, muddy water, no thanks. So I just left them locked actually the whole trip. I actually don't use 4x4 that much, just stuff like this. I don't go mudding with this truck or anything like that. It's too big. It's a crew cab long box. It's massive. So I like to just use it for this. Going to the range and stuff like that. I don't use it for work or anything. And we're coming up to the range here and it looks like I'm solo. Which happens on days like this. People are smart and stay home. It's fun.